Okay, who had that first spiritual experience they'd like to share with us? Or that first question?
I was watching one of the DVDs you sent me.
Yes.
It was E.T. Graves, what have you. And it was a being they was interviewing. And he said that he is us in the future, right? Humans in the future, right?
Yeah, and they kept hitting him with that light and hurting him.
No, this, he's behind this like a little podium, whatever, little desk, whatever. He's black and white. It was one of those old, whatever. But he was saying that they are us in the future, right?
Exactly. But they had him in a little cell, like underground on Area 51 or somewhere, trapped.
It looked like he was trapped. You know, he was just behind some kind of...
Yeah, he's behind glass, and every time he didn't answer their questions, they would hit him with light and hurt him.
I haven't seen that one, no.
Okay, you maybe you didn't play the whole thing. Go ahead.
So I did play the whole thing.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
And the question is, you were saying, you know, that's us in the future, right? So that's for the nuclear war, like World War III?
He said there was a nuclear war. As a result, it was World War III, right? And that's what happened to the human form. We started looking like that as a result of that. But that they're a lot more advanced than we are. A lot more advanced, you know. But he was trying to explain to them that about the oneness, that we're all one and all that. You know, he's trying to elevate them. And he was saying the reason that they came back to this time here is to warn us about what's coming up in the future. You know, all that stuff that's playing out in the Middle East and all that, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And in Ukraine and all over there. You know how it's expanding atrocities, you know, like Russia's bringing all the North Korean troops in and all this, you know. They're expanding the wars. All right, who are you talking to?
To me?
Okay, June, are you here? June? Fufu. Patah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to June? I'm trying to talk to him. Can he hear me?
He was on earlier.
Yeah, he was. Let me click over and see if he where he at. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right, can you hear me now, Sky?
I hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me, but I'm wondering why everybody else can't hear me.
I can hear you now.
Sky, are you
hear
here
me now?
Yeah.
Somebody playing with you.
Yeah, she said so.
I think she said she can hear you.
Can you hear?
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Go ahead, Sky. All right, go ahead. Finish up, Sky. You're talking about the extraterrestrial in the picture that you saw on the DVD, right?
Yeah. And
Speak up loud. Please mute the phone. Go ahead.
The question was, I think it was either interviewer or the interviewee was like, what's the purpose of Jesus Christ coming? I think.
I'm sorry. Is Christ coming? Please start your phone.
What was the
Feedback.
purpose of Jesus? I forgot who asked that question.
Slow down and ask me clear, please.
Okay. Watching the CD, DVD, whatever, they asked, I think it was either the ET or the interviewer was asking the question, what's the purpose of the Messiah, Christ? What's the purpose of him coming?
And what was his answer, his response?
I couldn't understand what he was saying. Even though it's like kind of graphic about it, I just really couldn't understand what he was saying. He didn't go much into detail, either one.
Well, I understand, but you know the purpose of the Messiah. I'm fulfilling my purpose right now.
Yeah.
My purpose is to wake you all up before times get down repaired, just like he's trying to do.
Okay.
Don't you know that all of the people that you all call extraterrestrials are actually you in the future?
Yes, they are.
It's called far back and beyond. You come at yourself again from your past through your future in order to warn you not to keep going on the road that you're headed on.
But we'll look like them?
Not only that, what he's trying to warn you about is the hell that you're going to experience.
Gotcha.
That's the big problem that everybody's on, and they seem to be asleep or under a spell. Remember, I told you all a long time ago that there are draconian ETs that circumambulate the earth, and they have these interdimensional craft. Some people can see them, and they exude this kind of a gas out the back of it, a black gas, especially over highly populated centers, metropolitan areas. And this mist that they spray, it puts people to sleep and puts them under a spell. Do you understand? Keeps them mentally lazy, lackadaisical, in a dream state, spaced out, trapped inside the 3D hologram. Now, for people that really want to be woke and don't want to get left behind, it's basically no effect on them. But all these mentally lazy niggas that's playing mind games with themselves and try to sit on their thumbs, like not trying to contact people for classes, not trying to write testimonies, not trying to donate or support the mission. They're obviously bullshitting, and what's going to happen is they're going to be left behind, and all these wonders are going to go to naught. Not going to help them at all. They're going to be quiet with their thumb in their butt until it knocks on their door and snatch them and rape them of all life and pleasantries. They're going to end up in one of them terrible, ugly hells. And it's happening real fast. I don't know how to emphasize how serious it is for us to get together right now and go to work. And it's amazing to me how obvious everything is. Trump is on the seat, and the war is breaking out all around them. The weather is changing drastically. They can see it's not the same heaven or earth. The Mandela effect is in effect. I keep bringing up all kinds of scriptures for the Most High to show them how they're repeating the same behavior over and over again, Noah, and they know what time it is, but they're not moving at all. It's like everybody's waiting for the next person to move and do it, like it's not their responsibility. Like they watching a movie on TV or something. They transfixed, crazy. Well, the wolf is at the door. I'm telling you right now. And y'all better get up off your rumps and start getting this information out and start making these classes big and lively and quit acting like it's somebody else's responsibility. You ain't got nothing to do with it until it's time for class. You better let that go until it's time for you to receive a personal package. Other than that, you don't have no personal involvement, no responsibility. You have a responsibility to yourself. Each one teach one to get the people to class, because the figure that we have to come up with is 144,000. And it's going to happen because it's the Creator's word, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't start moving and getting serious about this, you're not going to be one of them. So what's that next question?
I really to take another route. I just have a question about that.
You just speak up louder.
Take another route.
Slow down. Yeah, go ahead.
Take another route as far as trying to reach people, because a lot of people don't look at their email. I don't look at my email. I don't pay any mind at all. I rarely look at it unless I think it's a spam half the time.
Well, okay, you don't look at the emails, so I send them to you twice a week at least. So what is the solution to that? Now, what you're telling me is that I am sending out communications and creating posts to people, but that I have to do it in a specific way for each individual. You can't take the time to open up the email like you did tonight And you know that they're coming twice a week?
I'm leading up to something. That's why I'm saying this. What I'm saying is this. Every person's got to look at their email every day. What I'm saying is we need to take another route to get information out. A podcast. You got to stuff like game and get a podcast or something like that.
But let me explain about a podcast. You have to alert people. You have to send out a communique to people about a podcast. What I'm saying is I need you to listen to what you're saying to me. What you're saying is, Amun, you're taking time out of your life to teach us and do everything in the group to energize, to be the motivating factor, and you putting together posts, and you going out your way to email everybody that's on the list and contact the people. But now you have to find another special way to contact people about the post, because we're not going out of our way to even open up the emails that you send, right? Because we're not interested in that. We're not going to pursue that. It's not that important. It's not important. You're going to find another way. You have to come knock on my door or give me a personal phone call or something, because I'm not going to search out the email to try to resend to people. How does that sound to me?
Well, Amun, I went to the WAPI chat. I put information about the class, about 1,000 text messages about that in their voice box, in their class, whatever. I mean, so it's like it's just. I mean, I did it. I did it every Sunday. Sent out hundreds of emails. In their chat room about the class.
Okay, but it's not just about you getting it. It's about you getting it to thousands of people.
Excuse me?
It's not just about you receiving the post that I send out. It's about you getting the post out to thousands of people yourself, you.
But I'm saying that I also would go into chat rooms and put the class information in the chat room to come check us out. I've done that.
I don't know what that means.
Not writing.
Huh?
I went to, so do you, like the WAPI News
June
channel, right? I went to
Kufu, please tell me what she's saying.
Please.
Well,
Try to help me.
From what I gathered, she's just asking, or she's trying to say that we need to incorporate some more ideals on spreading the message.
But what I'm saying is that I have incorporated an idea. I'm getting the message to her twice a week, so she should be just taking the time twice a week to look at the messages that I'm sending her and post them up, instead of trying to put another responsibility on me. You follow what I'm saying?
No, I wasn't trying to do that.
Okay,
well, overall, Messiah, she's just saying that we need to obviously we need to exercise hitting every avenue that we possibly can. So I get what the sister is saying.
I understand, but what I mean, what does she need to do?
She needs to come up with those other alternatives and bring solutions.
Right, but what about just opening up the emails that I send her, instead of just saying I don't check my email? Just start checking it twice a week, right? And then you see how much work I'm doing in order to get this communication to you, so you can get it to the world. That's the job of a disciple, is to reach the world. You mean, sister?
Well, I the chat rooms to put the class information invite people to come to class.
Say it again.
I've gone to chat rooms and invited people to come to class.
I don't know what chat room you're talking about.
I went to the WAPI concert chat rooms.
There's a WAPI chat room. Sister, you don't expect to find us there.
I've gone to a lot of concert chat rooms, right? I put in information about class. Did it so much, YouTube blocked me.
No, I'm saying, why don't you do us all a blessing and go out your way to open up the email twice a week that I send you, so that you can copy them and repost them all over the world. That's the simplest solution, as I'm doing the work already for you.
Okay.
I love you. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you. But Karen, now you doing the job of that extraterrestrial and the Messiah you talking about. You see what I mean? All right, how many of you here are posting up this information? I know June was doing it, and I know Adukas is doing it, and I'm definitely doing it consistently for years. Because when I send it out, the question is anybody paying attention to it?
Do we have no new callers? We have no newcomers tonight in class?
Yes, we do.
All right, are you here, Will?
Yes, we should.
Is this you, Will? Are you here?
He's here. His phone is on mute.
Okay, tell him to unmute it. Will, what are your questions? And I want you to forgive us for this night. It's just a strange night tonight, that's all. People are not usually this thick, you know what I mean, and not this difficult to communicate with. Well, you have questions for us, Will. What's their first question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you...
It's good to hear from you too, Amun. I was just the only really question I had was just kind of possibly touching more on what I saw the other night, Friday night. I will have more questions about that. I'm not sure if you're able to answer that right now.
I'll do my best. Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
So yeah, the other night, we were talking and we were telling the stars to move, or the star in particular that I was looking at in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Yes.
And you told it to move to the left. And I seen it start veering towards the left. And I know you told it to move up and then down. I didn't really see it do that, but when you told it to move to the right, I seen I don't know what it was, but it looked like a figure of maybe an angel, but it was a light that just shined from out the star to the right.
Right, that was me.
Passed across the sky.
That was me, my essence.
Okay.
Let me simplify it. It was just an energy form, right? Because where attention goes, energy flows. Or energy flows where attention goes. Are you following me?
Yes. Okay.
And one expression of energy is light. Right? Are you following me?
Yes.
So we are deities, as well as you are, Will. So wherever you put your attention, it's just like this. If you want to raise up your left hand right now, can you do it?
Yes.
But you can't do it without thought, without thinking about it, without thinking, raise it up. You follow what I'm saying? So if I think about moving the star to the left, it's like my left hand raising up. It's energy that, remember I told you that the creator is that light being inside of your solar plexus, right? The 93rd ball of light. He blew his spirit into your body and you became a living soul by the bind of the spirit to the flesh. Well, when you communicate a desire to him, then he shoots an electrical impulse. And as far as raising your left hand, he sends an electrical impulse through your body till it reaches the fibers in your arm, right? And they're like stringy muscle tissue. And it's like electricity. When you touch it, it either locks you up or it affects your muscles. So it's sent in such precise ways that it causes the elasticity in the muscle fiber to either expand or contract, right? And if it contracts, it makes your hand close up, or makes the arm raise up, you know what I mean, right? And if you relax it, your arm will drop down and your hand will open up. You understand what I mean? And you learn how to do this over time from a little baby. It's very hard, just like learning to walk. You put one foot in front of the other, until you learn how to walk stably or write your name. It takes a long time. But after you get that, it's just like it becomes a part of you. It's so masterful, it's like you can't distinguish. You start thinking you are that body. Well, I understand that I am one with all, and all is one with me, right? So when I ask the moon to move or a star to move, to me, it's just like asking a part of my body to respond. Are you following what I'm saying, Will?
Understood. Okay.
Right. So if I tell the star to move left or right, there's an energy impulse that's sent to that star or that moon. In the same way that an energy impulse is sent from the Most High inside of my solar plexus to the fiber in my arm or hand, right? And sometimes people that have their third eye or pineal gland open, they can see that light. Very good question. I hope you got a lot of them. Question and answer class. Now, I can't be all on Will. Who all has questions? All right.
I have a question.
And Will, did you get my email address right?
When did you send it?
I didn't send it. I gave it to you, so you can send me a. Can you write it down again, please?
Yeah, I have a question. I have it.
Okay. Could you please put together a testimony and send that of what happened Friday and during this class, and then email that to me, and I want to send you a return email with some free links, audio and video links, and some information to help you along on your path as a gift from me.
Okay. Yeah, I already have the testimony drafted up. I'll be sending that over to you.
Thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Your question.
My question is in regards to, in the scripture, you're talking about the 42 months. My question is, when does the 42 months start?
Are you talking about the time that the Antichrist will receive it?
Yeah. Does it start now or once Trump has been sworn in?
As far as I know, according to the scriptures, it's already started. The second he took the seat. Yeah. And Sky, you had a question too. Amun-Rayay. Who has that next question?
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
When we're sharing this information on our Facebook,
you gotta
on our social media
speak. You gotta speak up and separate your words, please. And I want y'all to know, look at it like this. You have me all to yourself tonight. So ask all your questions tonight. A lot of people say they don't get a chance to ask their questions. You got me tonight to yourself. Go ahead, sister.
Well, we're sharing this information on our social media pages, and like, just for example, if we're like beginners, or, maybe our following, is beginners, what would you suggest that we say that we're sharing as far as...
the post itself, Kevin. The post itself. You're getting the post that I sent you because I posted to you, I emailed it to you, and I sent it to you on Facebook. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you get that, you should copy that information and email it to everybody you know, and also post it over Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all over the place to everybody. Open up new groups. Make an effort, put your energy into putting this information out. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Because the purpose of the group is to wake up the 144,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we all clear on that?
Yes, sir. I am.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so who's supposed to wake them up?
We are.
All prophets have disciples, right? All apostles have disciples. Disciples are another way to say intense students, people that are involved, say, with the Messiah, Yahshua. He received revelations from on high. That's how he wrote the book of Revelation. And he taught the disciples. But he was also an apostle of the Most High in that he taught his own revelations, as did Mustafa Muhammad Al-Amin Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Right? But he would teach them in the upper room, and he would teach them in his personal quarters. He would teach them while walking from place to place. He taught them right along with the multitude. He also taught. He did the work. But he would pass that information on to the disciples' personal groups and give them a higher level of information and answer their personal questions. They would stop after he spoke in parables, for example, and say to him, Master, declare to us the parable of the wheat and the tares. Remember in Matthew's, there was a parable that there was a farmer that planted his crop and he fell asleep. And while he slept, a stranger crept in and sowed tares, among the wheat. So the servants of the household went to the farmer and said, did you not plant only good seed? He said, yea. They said, and whence from came the tares? You know, the children, the wicked, the evil, black and white devils. He said, while man slept, a stranger crept in and sowed tares among the wheat. The servant said, bid ye us to go out and uproot the wicked tares? He said, nay, wait until the harvest. The reapers will come, and they will separate the wheat from the tares, wrap all the tares in bundles and burn them in the furnace, and rake all the wheat into my barn. Then there was a pause in Matthew's, and it went on to the next page, where after the multitude had left, Jesus and the disciples walked into the house, and they said to him in private, Master, please declare unto us the parable of the wheat and the tares. And he broke the parable down. He said, the farmer is the servant of the Most High. The field is the world. The tares are the children of the wicked one. The stranger is the devil. The wheat are the children of the righteous. The reapers are the angels. The harvest is the day of resurrection, and it's the angels that's going to go in, separate the wheat from the tares, or the sheep from the goat, and wrap all the tares in bundles, and raking all the wheat into my barn to bring all the righteous into heaven. Do you understand? And after he taught the disciples not only the parable, but the meaning of it, the potent of it, that it was their responsibility to go out and pass these messages on to the world. And he made sure that they were personally prepared, that when people asked them, what does that parable mean, brother or sister, they could personally break it down just like he did to them. Do you understand? You understand, Kufu. Who else understands what I just said?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what your responsibility is, to communicate, get this to the people. But the most important thing is when I send you posts is to have the moral substance to just post it up and get that information to the world. You can't just sit up and wait for somebody else to do it, or just like you don't care whether they get it or not, as long as you get what you want. Because you're not going to heaven by yourself. It's not that kind of a mission. He sent me for 144,000. And if you don't care enough about your brothers and sisters in order to inform them the way we inform you, then you're not worthy to go to heaven. Do you understand? You don't believe in the oneness. You're a selfish person and you're only concerned with your own well-being. Everything's about me. Me, 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 me. You got it? I'm big. I'm important. Go ahead. Somebody had a question?
I do.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Why is it important for the mind and the heart to meet?
Why is it important for the mind and the heart to meet?
Right.
Well, when you're talking about the mind and the heart, you're talking about two different levels of consciousness, right? So that's the same as asking the question, why is it important for your higher and lower self to meet? By that, I mean the duality of you. When you get caught by your children talking to yourself, it's usually an argument between God and the devil, or your higher self and your lower physical self, your carnal self. Because the carnal body, like the people I'm talking to here, well, I don't want to compare you to that, but the carnal body is insensitive, selfish, and it doesn't care about anything but its own personal desires, and it doesn't even care what happens to itself, what happens to the physical body. It'll eat pig feet, or smoke cigarettes, or drink wine, or have unprotected sex. It'll do anything that it wants to fulfill its own personal desires at the risk of destroying itself. An example is a person that goes to buy cigarettes. They pay for them, take them out, and they read on the side of the pack that the Surgeon General has determined that is hazardous to their health, and may even cause cancer or even death. And after they premeditate the harm it'll do, they open up the pack and light it up anyway. Do you understand? So your higher mind is constantly sending messages to your lower self not to do these things. Like I'm constantly giving you messages to start waking up the people to get involved in the mission so that you can be worthy of heaven yourself. But people are just lighting up cigarettes, puffing and dragging the mission, dragging their feet, dragging it along, act like they don't know what's going on, waiting for everybody else to do it for them. Do you understand? But you're going to have to start thinking for yourself. You got to exert willpower. Make yourself pay attention to the messages that I'm going, and June and Anukas, we're going out of our way working diligently to get these messages out to the world. At least have the self-respect to get the messages that we sending you and post them out to the rest of the world. To me, that's just due diligence. I can't understand that. I mean, any responsible person can understand this. Do the right thing. It's not magic. This reminds me of a sister that got a useless man. Every time she go to work, she leave him on the couch with boxer shorts, smoking weed, looking at cartoons. When she get back home, he's still in his boxer shorts looking at cartoons. Baby, I'm going to get a job. I'm looking for a job. But the nigga ain't looking for no damn job. He's waiting for a job to knock on the door to like, hey, I've been looking for you. When is that going to happen? He ain't putting no effort in nothing. Sitting up with a stick in his ass just waiting. Waiting for her to do everything. Pay the rent, feed him, do all, like he's a little retarded baby. Stand up and go to work. That's your responsibility. That's the way you repay the fact that you've been contacted and chosen personally by the Most High. That's the way for you to acknowledge to Him that you appreciate the fact that you've been chosen out of all these billions of people and selected to be among the elite few. Right, what's that next question, please? But we have no business with information like this coming through where we're not in church with Reverend Reb, Deacon Pork Chop, and Pastor Fried Chicken, where he just preaches to people, talks to them, and don't give people the ability to raise their hand and ask questions. That's what a church is. That's what a masjid is. That's what a synagogue is. They're talking to people, telling them what they want them to believe, programming people. You don't have the opportunity to ask questions because they don't have any real answers. Now you're in a position to ask all the questions you always wanted to ask, And people are too mentally lazy to even ask the question to put it to other people, let them know what a forum is, where they can ask all the questions they want about the most important things to their and everybody's existence. Come on, give me a break. I don't even believe you believe that's right. All right, who has that next question? Go ahead.
So, I was watching the DVD you sent me by good brother Corey Good.
Yes.
And he's sharing his experiences with interfacing. I guess that's another word for channeling. With that the being, I guess, the leader of the Blue Avians, Rautier.
Yeah, Rautier.
So is he the leader of the Blue Avians, or is he
yes,
one of the hierarchy?
He's in the hierarchy, leadership, however you want to put it, yeah. Rautier is in the hierarchy of the Blue Avians, right.
Mm-hmm. And what grabbed me was that they, when asked about, how do they see or respect the figurehead known as Jesus, and they gave a sign of bow.
Yeah, respect and reverence, and they acknowledge Jesus and bow to him and all that. But all the heavens do, except the niggas on earth and the devils on earth. They don't care. You know what the Creator said? These people have the mentality that if he were to bring all the heavens down in layers for them as a miracle, they would call it nothing but piled up clouds and go into their peanut butter and jelly sandwich and cigarette. You understand? Let me ask you, do you sense that about these people, what I'm saying right now?
What?
That's a yes or no question. Do you sense what I'm saying about these people? The attitude that they have? Say it again.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So what do you think the solution is? Do you think the solution is to just stop working and leave them behind? Because they're not working for it? Or should we just leave them on the couch with their boxer shorts and cigarettes?
Well, that sister brother that's playing Fortnite right now, waiting for us to reach out to him. We just got to reach him. They playing.
Well, I am reaching. Aren't you trying?
Yeah,
but their response is, you heard the good sister just say that, yeah, you sending me these posts and reaching out to me with this information to spread, but I'm not even taking the time to open it up and copy it and repost it. You will have to find another way to come to knock on my door and reach me, or I'm not getting off my couch in my boxer shorts because I'm in the middle of my cartoons, man. Are you crazy? I don't have time to click over and check out no email that I know you sending me.
That's not. You're paraphrasing. No.
Okay, I follow you.
No.
But you already settled it. You told me that you would start checking them and getting them out, so I love you for that. That's caring.
But I've done other things too, Amun.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right, who's got the next question? But Heaven, I hope you understand what I'm saying. It is your responsibility. I love you. It's your responsibility to get this message to the world. It's my responsibility to get it to you. Okay?
Amun, I don't get none of the messages to my email at all.
Right, so send me a test email to my email because you obviously changed your email, right?
You know what? I didn't block that one. I had to use another.
I'm sorry. I'm sending them to you twice a week, always. So if you're not receiving them, would you please send me a test email so I can get your correct email address again and start sending them to the right place.
All right, I can send something to you from my email.
That'll work.
Because I do send videos and stuff to them. You try to see.
Yeah,
if you
but I'm
get it.
saying you need to receive the post so you can repost them. Because I'm sending stuff to you, but you're telling me you're not getting it, right?
Yeah, I don't receive them on my email. Nothing.
Okay, well then there's something wrong with your email receiver, or either you changed your email. Did you change it? For any reason?
Well, they blocked that one. I had to give you the new one.
Okay, they blocked the one that I'm sending it to. Well, let me. This is a simple thing. This is too simple. If they're blocking it, then you understand why you're not receiving my messages, right?
Yes.
Okay, then send me the one that you are receiving email on, okay?
Okay, I'll try to send you something from the one the only one I got, the only one I'm using.
Okay, but you receive an email on it?
I used to receive them, but I don't receive them no more.
No, what used to. I'm talking about the Larry Q or whatever. You know what I mean? You know which one I'm talking about? Larry G or something.
Yeah, that's
Larry
the
S.
one.
Butler, huh?
They blocked that one. I don't receive that.
Okay, well that's why I'm sending it. You didn't tell me.
Yeah, I told you in the
Anuka's been
past.
sending it. Larry, Anuka's been sending it there too. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now come on, y'all got to do better than what you're doing right here. Put some kind of thought and effort into this. If you want to receive these posts that I'm going out of my way to create, please act like you're trying to receive it. Go out your way to make sure you receive it, so you can get into the world.
They used to come to the one I got right now. I been gave it to you. I just don't receive them no more.
When you say used to, that's not. Can we leave that
was the
alone?
one. Yeah.
Do you have an email that you can receive email on? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Send that to me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. I love you. I love you. And by the way, what questions do you have tonight? And make sure you get Carlos to send his email along with yours, okay?
Yes, sir. Is there any other gland in the body that have to be upgraded besides the thyroid gland?
Well, you have to understand that you got 3 glands that work in coordination in order to make the ascension. It's the pineal gland, the tonsils, and the barytheric gland.
Okay.
Well, it's the appendix, the barytheric gland, and the tonsils.
Okay.
All right, so now what the white man is telling you in his medical society is that your tonsils and appendix don't serve any purpose at all, right?
Yes, sir.
So when they get inflamed, his solution is to surgically remove them. And which he's right, they don't serve a purpose in his body because he's not going to make the ascension, you see?
Yes, sir.
Like black devils, he'll be left behind on the couch in his shorts. With his thumb, you know where. He's going to watch it all play out on TV. He's not going to get involved. It's not his mission. Not his responsibility. He's not a part of this great new wonderful. So he removes it from you. Many of you have had your tonsils removed or your appendix. But I tell you not to worry. The Elohim are aware of this. We are conscious of that. And in the last days, we will surgically reinsert your barytheric gland and your tonsils and appendix. Are you following me? Many of you, some of you, should have by now had your barytheric gland surgically implanted again. Not in the hippocampus area of the brain where it was before, because it's overgrown and it was surgically removed. But now it's in the lower submental, under your chin, about the size of a walnut. Now you can feel under there, it's under your chin, side of a walnut, but in many of you, it may be replanted but not reactivated yet.
So, one more thing. If I experience telepathic communication, which I have, does it have anything to do with the barotheric gland being somewhere in my body?
Yes. It has everything to do with it. Because your barotheric gland was the primary organ that was used by Adamites during the time of creation when they were communicating openly with the Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
And after man fell from grace, after Cain slew Abel, and he failed the test, the Anunnaki and the Elohim surgically removed the barotheric gland from those people in the garden. Except for the people on the continent of Australia, because they were so far separated from this project, the Aborigines still retain their barotheric gland and can communicate with clouds flying over their head or go into what they call dream state, dreamland. Right? But some of you retained your barotheric gland. Some of you have nerve endings from it that still give you impressions. And some just get impressions from the barotheric gland that used to be inserted in the hippocampus area of the brain. And so you still have inadvertent communication with the Elohim. You still see into the higher dimensions, etc., right? And have these spiritual experiences. But when Cain slew Abel, because you know that in the Garden of Eden, that originally when a woman gave birth, she gave birth to twins, one agreeable and the other disagreeable. So if she gave birth to a male, it was twins. That's why she has two mammary glands. It was the right for the agreeable twin and the left for the disagreeable one. So when she gave birth to a male and a female child. So when Cain was the firstborn, his sister's name was Achemia, his twin sister, and Abel's twin sister was Labuda. And Abel was agreeable, and Achemia was disagreeable, and Cain was disagreeable, and Labuda was agreeable. So when they were given birth to and they grew up, they were both commanded to marry their own sisters. But Cain was jealous because Labuda was so agreeable and nice, and his sister was like him, an asshole, and he didn't want that shit. He wanted his brother's good sister that was more like the Elohim. And so he figured he would go out in the field and kill Abel and steal his sister, which he did. And Adam and Eve complained to the Elohim because also Cain was upset and wroth because they were given a test by the Elohim to pass to see if they were worthy of becoming deity. And they were asked, each of them, by the angel Gabriel, to go out and bring the best of whatever they were involved in, whether it was being a harvest, to bring the best of their plants. And Abel brought the musk deer, the best of his flock in, and they put it on the hearth. And when he put the musk sack of the deer on the fire, the scent of the musk rose up into the nostrils of the Most High. He received it. It was the most wonderful smell. And Abel, because he gave the best of his flock, was admitted into the order of Zadok. But when Cain came, he gave the worst of his harvest. He gave the chaff and the stuff that he didn't want, like niggas do today. He just threw the Most High whatever he didn't want. When he had a little taste, he just threw just threw the garbage. He didn't go out of his way to get the best of what he had to give to the Most High, and his donation was refused. And he got mad. And Gabriel asked him, said, "Why are you wroth? Why are you mad? Because even if you right now at this time go out and correct yourself and do the best you can and bring it in here, then your offering will be accepted and you'll be admitted to the orders of duck." But the nigga got a knot in his ass and said, "Oh, yes, what you feel about it? Yeah, I gotta go. What do you got? I gotta do that. Well, you go there. I ain't gotta go there." And that's how he got kicked out. And then he got mad with his brother that was doing the right thing and killed him. But again, I want you to know that when he struck him with that stone, that Abel was spiritually sitting on the throne next to the Most High, watching his brother kill his body. He didn't experience any trauma from that. You understand? And then the mark of Cain was placed on his forehead, which was the swastika, the inverted cross. And he was ordered out of the garden to be made a vagabond and a wanderer in the world. Not to have any ties or just to be an outcast, sitting on the couch in his drawers watching cartoons, smoking weed. No real connection to the Elohim, no real future, just cut off, an outcast, out of darkness in the land of Nod. And Cain is still in the world today, walking to and fro on the earth, seeking whom he may devour, messing up things. Mad because he's not a part of heaven. But is he going to do anything to become a part of the Elohim? That's the question you have to answer for yourself. Or will he just be mad and grumbling and be talking about, I ain't going up, like, I guess he's a super special type creature or something where they're going to have to come knock on the door and put clothes on him and bathe him and get him ready and carry him to a job. And I guess when they get there, they're going to do the job for him. Other than that, ain't nothing going to get done for him. And they laughing at Noah, building that ship and working his ass off out there. Look at these clowns up there working on the ark and all that. But they laughed until the water got up over their nose and they stopped laughing. That's right. They found out it was way too much water for them to swim. And I'm quite sure the final dying gasp and last breath they were sucking as they died, they thought to themselves, that wouldn't have been no trouble for us to go over there and help that old man. We knew he was sent from the Most High. We know that. All them bodies, they rotted fish food. Because the fish didn't do anything wrong, they didn't get punished. Fish food. That's what they were, fish food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's the one thing it was good for, right? That's the one thing that stopped them from laughing. When they got gallons of water in their mouth and lungs. They thought Noah and everybody with him was crazy. They out there working their ass off. Look at it, now they working out there. There ain't no rain. They in the middle of the desert, building a shore. These are without sense. They're crazy. Well, is your creator crazy? When you look in the mirror, if you have any sense at all, you say, I am, so therefore he is. Because you know, if the likeness of a common living housefly, listen, if the like of men and jinn, white and black, combined with all their knowledge, wisdom, and technology, they couldn't reproduce the likeness of a common living housefly. And if that fly were to take off from them even a tiny morsel of grain of sugar, they couldn't retrieve it. So we can both the pray and the prayer, all belongs wholly to the Most High. So if you, brother and sister, look in the mirror and see yourself, and you much more complicated than a damn housefly, you know you was created by a creator. Act like you respect him and you appreciate your creation and you want more of it. Get to work. You're not unintelligent and you're not confused. It's not your first time with this conversation. It just comes to a place where we have to decide that you really don't care. You're not going to make it. That's not why I'm doing. We're doing all this work because we love you and we know what your potential is. It's extremely, extremely unlimited. You are a deity. You've been chosen by the Most High. Just please act like it. Next question.
I have one.
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
Is it possible for beings that are in the heavens right now to fall?
Yes.
Now?
They haven't stopped falling. It wasn't a one-time event. People are falling from grace right now as we speak. They're falling from grace because your thoughts send out vibrations. And when you vibrate on a frequency like Cain, where you are annoyed when people tell you to do the right thing, then you get kicked out of the garden, you get cast out of the heavens, and there's no more space found for you. You follow me? And when you do the right thing like Abel, and do your very best for real, and get off the couch, then you accept the orders of duck, and you become a god, and you return to heaven, the Malachut, as an Elohim with eternal life. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that was real. I know your vibration now. You had a question too.
This is Ivory.
Okay, Zybri, I know you just. I thought it was another brother was trying to ask a question same time you did.
Yes, sir, I did.
Uh-huh.
My question really is,
Could you speak up loud,
agreeables? How do the agreeables deal with the disagreeables in the heavens?
In the heavens, disagreeables don't exist because heaven is a vibration, a frequency. You follow me? So it's just like if you and I are in heaven and we're on channel 19 on the TV, and then somebody on channel 19 starts acting vibrationally like somebody on channel 6, then we can't see them anymore and they can't see us. They drop down into another frequency. Do you understand? So that earth is a penitentiary for wayward angels. The people here on earth have already been cast down, except for those sent. You hear me? So this is hell, and these people are devils. I am the Messiah, Jesus. I told the elders that I'm coming down, and they all laughed at me and said, you can't reform the devil. You can't reform them. Because they're hardwired and they're programmed the way they think. Do you understand? You can't, but I'm still trying to save them. But they get irritated with me sometimes because I'm trying to tell them the only way that they can do this. For example, there is no way to the Father except through the Son. A lot of people don't want to hear that. Do you understand? I'm my own salvation. Trying to tell me I can't make it, I can do this on my own. I'm my own God. I don't need all this type of thing. Arrogant. But they can't perform their own miracles or heal themselves or answer their own questions. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
They need help. They need guidance. And if they decide to try to receive this guidance that's so lovingly offered to them, many times they don't consider their brothers and sisters that they deserve the same thing. You follow me? In other words, if they do get a job, it's going to be they're going to work only for themselves. You got to understand the way the Creator sees things. Either it's all the way right, or it's not right at all. And it's easy to do right if you're a right person. It's easy to do the right thing if you're a good person, if you're true, if you're right, if you're a heavenly host, you do the heavenly things. If you really are a fallen angel, you're going to act just like a fallen angel. They're hardwired and programmed to be like that. They're recalcitrant. They'll always revert to that same type of behavior, that same attitude. And nothing will change. They're going to laugh until the water fills their lungs. But this is the final time. The last and final call. They're making a decision for eternity right now, and I strongly suggest they pay attention and get out their personal feelings and try to get reconnected with their higher angels and do the right thing from now on. That's all. Just do the right thing. Don't even think about. Don't start reasoning with yourself. Well, follow, I can't make me do the right thing. You know, all this type of shit. Nah, I know they can't. And can't nobody make you stay alive. And nobody can stop you from being damned and cursed. And can't nobody keep you out of hell except you. But it's a choice, isn't it? Make the right one because this is your last chance. Now, if you laugh at me, Noah, just remember there ain't going to be no tomorrow. Ain't no next time. This is it. Next question. Yeah, when you look at commercials on TV, about a year ago, they kept showing you fallen angels, you know, like a lot of people on piece of commercials and things falling from heaven, and when they hit the ground, their feet catch on fire when they hit earth. Or they came falling down with suits and briefcases, and one of them said, I'm the Prince of Darkness, I need your help. And then they hit swimming pools and roofs of houses. How many of y'all kept seeing those commercials about beings falling from the sky, catching on fire?
I did.
That's right. What they was telling you is that a lot of them getting the hot foot. A lot of them getting the hot foot right now. I hope it's not, but there might be a being on this class right now tonight making the decision to go to hell rather than listen. You're like a stubborn child. You tell them to do the right thing, clean up your room, and it'd be like, I'll just like a little bad white boy, I'll hold my breath. Okay, Billy. Now who you hurting? He's turning blue, He's dead. I guess he meant it. Right. And I'm not going to, I'll hold my breath. Hey, throw a tantrum. Get mad. Don't blame the speaker, just be warned by the words. Next question.
How do we get past this next pandemic that's coming in 2025?
The pandemic? You talking about COVID?
It's called SARS. It's a new one.
SARS?
It's SARS, and it got the name SAMHSA in it. You got SAMHSA, SAMHSA, and it's a performance accountability reporting system. It's called a SARS. It's a new.
Only one way you gonna get through any plague is by the will and grace of the Most High. Because you remember in Revelation it says there'll be plagues and rumors of wars and earthquakes and divers plagues. All these are signs of the end of time. And even the devil is telling you they're reducing the population from billions to 500 million, right? And they're creating plagues and laboratories like AIDS and all that, which is, you know, it was designed to kill black people because there's a spray that they use to kill roaches. What's the name of it?
Raid.
to kill brown roaches. And they created AIDS in the laboratory, a retrovirus to kill black people. But just like when they sprinkled drugs in the ghetto, white people drive over from their heavenly places and buy the drugs, and they get hooked up, spread it throughout white people. And since they are weaker spiritually, this stuff catches on to them worse than it does to black people that can't even afford it, right? And their curse is trying to spread the evil. They get spread it among them worse. AIDS reaches to every echelon of society. Millionaires and billionaires, Rock Hudson, everybody, they catch AIDS just like niggas in the ghetto. But I'll tell you this, those of you that have been here with me and are truly with me, you were not affected by the COVID at all. And if you were, you called me and I did something about it. I healed you, didn't I? People can't hear you. You know?
That's exactly right. Yes, you did, Messiah. Right.
That's right. And so if the plague affects people in this world and they find themselves at death's door, those that are truly with us, and they are really with us, they can call me. And they'll be healed. I swear by the stars. And have testimonies from many people that have proved that this is real. Next question. Hello?
I got one.
I'll do my best.
So on the Corey Good DVD, another portion of it, he spoke about interfacing with a white, 14-foot tall draconian.
Reptilian.
Yeah, reptilian.
That stunk real bad.
That stunk real bad, musky and pissy smelling or something.
Yeah,
like that.
right.
So they were trying to, I guess, make a bargain to get up out of here, but they were denied.
The reptilians were, right. They're sealed in, the heavens are sealed, so they can't escape and go spread the evils more over the cosmos. Because you understand, those of you like myself that were sent here by the Most High as light workers from other planets and other dimensions and star systems, we have a mission to clean up the filth that's been spread in the world by these low-life beings, these filthy beings. And they're trying to get out because the truth is so hot on earth. Those of you that are really paying attention, you remember there was a picture, Escape from New York, came out, I think, in the 80s or 90s. Escape from New York. And everybody was running, trying to get out of New York. They was at war. What that happened is that was Father Bambianoon. When he came out with that Ansar doctrine, it was so cold on the devil, they was trying to escape away from the truth, but you can't run from it. Because I was in San Diego in California acting imam, and they jumped out the skillet to the fire. You follow me? Everywhere they go, whither to flee, there is no refuge. The truth started surrounding them. So they've been trying to get off this planet. And so they've been quarantined and locked in so they can't go spread this. And they're choking on their own vomit. The truth is so real, they can't escape it. And they're getting mad. It's getting tight, like shoes 3 sizes too small. Yes, I'll do my bit.
My question is, will other planets be involved in the Great Tribulation or the strife that the Earth is going
Many of them have already gone through it. And others are scheduled to go through it later. We're on different timelines. Yeah. But the answer is we're not the only ones going through this right now. It's a cosmic event. Will, I'm sure you have a lot more questions. Things you've been always wanting to know.
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
Why do people charge for knowledge when knowledge should be free, or enlightenment?
Why do they charge for knowledge when knowledge should be free? Let me ask you a question. Do you get a water bill where you live?
Say that again?
Do you get a water bill where you live, or a gas bill, or electric bill?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have to pay for oxygen when you go into the hospital, or if you, God forbid, were in a circumstance where you needed oxygen, would you have to pay for it?
To, like, stay alive?
Yeah, to stay alive. You have to pay for it, right?
Yes, sir.
Because what I'm saying is the oxygen is free, the air is free. But to purify it and put it into a form where it's pure oxygen, or to compress it in containers and tubes and canisters and produce that with gauges on it and then deliver it from the manufacturer to the hospital and pay the people to administer it, the staff and all that, the services, all that's not free. Do you understand? Yes, the truth is free from the Creator. But telephone bills are not free. My time is not free. Do you understand what I mean? And the people that's really working to get this message out, their time is not free. It's not free to us. But people act like it's supposed to be free to them. Do you understand? Yes, water is free and it rains. I understand. But the dam up places, and then you have purification plants, right? Am I right? You know what I'm saying, Will? You have water purifying facilities. You can't just drink water out of rivers like that with bacteria and all. So you have to filter that water, run it through osmosis and purify it. And then somebody had to pay people to go out and construct all the pipe works all throughout the city. See how much work it took to get pipes throughout the city to everybody's house and all that. And maintenance crews, that when the water lines break, they got to go out and repair them. All these things cost money. You understand, Will? The delivery systems take work and money and effort. Somebody's got to build these systems and put them in place, and somebody's got to be paid to maintain and regulate these systems. So yeah, the truth is free, but the delivery of it takes work on everybody's behalf. And the way you fulfill your half of the contract, it's not by you getting on trucks and digging holes, but by you just paying your bill every month and supporting the ones that do the work. There's another option. You just say, well, I'm not paying, and just don't drink no water. Don't have no lights. You don't have to pay. You don't have to participate. But the alternative is hell, isn't it? You understand what I'm saying, Will? Did anybody miss the meaning of what I just said?
I understand what you're saying. I didn't ask that question, but I understand. Everything comes with a cost.
Say it again. Say it again. Will?
Yes, sir. I understood it. I wasn't the one who asked the question, but I definitely
understood. Oh, I got you. I love you. Very good. The brother that asked the question, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I have no understanding.
Right. Yeah, the truth is free. But the delivery of it, it costs somebody. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Somebody's got to be chosen to deliver the truth. And you know the truth is not a very popular thing in this world with these devils. You know that, right?
Yes, sir. They don't like that.
And you can look historically at black people like Martin Luther King that tried to deliver the truth, and they were served up death and as a response to Satan, right? So I'm not just wasting my time. I'm risking my life every time I tell y'all the truth. Do you understand? Now, how many of y'all will stand out there and take the lead and tell the truth to these devils? And you know how the devil is.
I am.
Yes, right, you are. But you'll be rewarded like somebody that's taking a high risk. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So at the end of time, when people see you in a high rank, they want to know, yeah, well, how come, Khufu is on a high seat and all that higher than me? I've been with this 50 years and all that. What the hell are you doing? You sitting on the couch and then boxer shorts, smoking weed, looking at cartoons? June is working. He's earning his seat, just like me, daily. So what we gonna do, that's all. We do these things out of divine love for you. What's gonna be your response? Next question. Isn't the truth supposed to be free? That was cute. That was cute right there. You understand that, Khufu?
Hey, that question was on that brother heart probably all week. He couldn't wait to ask that one.
Yeah, so in other words, we're supposed to be doing this and shut up about anything in return, right? Like them posting up the post or even asking a question. They don't have to do nothing but just receive it, right? Okay, it's time for us to go outside and move these stars. Will, I'd like you to be the first one because it's going to be a lot easier for you and clear for you this time. So I'd like to have you go out in Texas and perform this miracle with us tonight. And of course, Khufu, Sky, in Virginia, Patah in Washington, D.C.
I'm going.
All right, I love you. What do you see outside, Will?
Like 100 degrees out here, boy.
What state you in again?
Will is in Texas.
I'm in Texas. I see the same star that we made move.
All right.
Friday night.
All right, so let me do it. Let me do it this time. All right, star.
All right.
Move up in the name of Amun-Rayay. All right, drop down in the name of Amun-Rayay. Respond. Tell me what you're seeing. Move to the left in the name of Amun-Rayay.
So I seen it move a little bit up, but when you said move down, I didn't see it move down.
I see it moving.
Okay. Move in a clockwise circle. Let's focus, Will, because even white people can see when I do this. You know what I mean? And if a black person can't see that, that means that they're out of touch with their spiritual self. Your barytheric gland is not online. You know what I mean? Your ability to reach in the higher dimensions is not clear. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Understood.
And you don't want to be a physical person, just a carnal flesh body. All right. Move clockwise in the name of Amun-Rayay.
It's moving clockwise.
Moving clockwise. All right. What you see, Lord, in Florida?
See all the stars.
What you gonna do tonight?
I'd like to move the stars up in the name of the Messiah, Amun-Rayay.
You mean all of them, right?
All of them.
Move up in the name of Amun-Rayay. All creation.
We're going up. All creation drop down. It's going up. All creation drop down in the name of the Messiah.
I just seen a shooting star.
That's
Dang,
me.
I just seen a shooting star too.
Yeah, that's me. All creation, move to the left.
I see it moving to the left.
All creation, move to the right.
Going back to the right.
Oh. Yeah. I see it moving.
Left.
Going back to the left again.
That's right.
Moving left.
All right. And Lucas, what you gonna move?
I'm gonna move a star.
I see it. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna move it up in the name of Amun.
Okay. It wobbles a little bit, but it's going up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this. In the name of Amun, drop down.
And I want y'all to know, like Will, you don't know, but while I'm moving stars, I'm always in my bedroom in the house with my eyes closed in the dark. So I'm doing this inside myself. I'm not going outside looking at them like you all. You'll understand one day that you are in all and all is in you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Okay?
Cool.
Now clockwise in the name of Amun-Rayay. And people here bear witness to it, like Khufu. June, they called you on the phone because he spent time with me on more than one occasion, and he knows I'm telling you the truth. All right. I love you all, and I want you to please go out your way to get these posts and spread these posts and support the group and do your job. I love you. You belong in heaven. We are all one divine love. I love you more. Peace.